Hi everyone, I'm Lauren, the Intern Queen, and I post new videos here every Wednesday on careers and internships. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure you press subscribe and also click that bell next to subscribe so that you get the notifications. I made a resume video for you guys today because resume content is some of the most popular content on our channel, and I figured that you guys definitely need some resume advice, right? With summer internship season in full swing. So I'm gonna give you real quick an example of a resume that I did get recently. Now I did change the name, so you'll see it pop up on the screen. This is the resume of Junior Smith, who goes to USC, but I wanted to share some of the advice, specifically 9 pieces of advice that I gave to Junior in hopes that it helps all of you. So let's run through this. First of all, I thought that Junior should just remove the skills section on his resume. If you're not saying anything groundbreaking in the skills section, you can just remove it. Now, if you're bilingual, I think that's something interesting to put in the skills section. If you have experience with Photoshop or InDesign or Adobe Creative Suite, I think that's great stuff to put in the skills section, but we're past the point of students needing to say that they're proficient in Microsoft Word or Excel. That is not needed. So I think in this case, you'll see what Junior has on his skills section. He can just get rid of it. And remember, every piece of your resume is really important real estate, so you don't want to take up any space with any text that isn't 100% necessary and isn't really going to help sell you to the employer and help you land the internship or the job. Now, a couple other notes I have for Junior. I'm looking at this, and while there's a lot of stuff, I want to see more campus leadership experience. I have a feeling that Junior is involved on campus. Maybe he's in a fraternity, maybe he's in a club, maybe a business fraternity, but I want to know about that. So my piece of feedback for Junior and for anybody watching is make sure your campus leadership is on there and explain what you do, especially if you hold an e-board or an executive board member position within your campus organization. All right, so the first thing was remove the skills section. The second thing was show campus leadership. The third thing is put the education at the top. Junior goes to USC. If you live in Southern California, people love USC. That shouldn't be buried at the bottom. That should be something that Junior is showing off. So I do suggest moving that education to the top if you went to a school that you're really proud of. If for whatever reason you're not proud of your school, maybe you only went to community college, okay, you can leave it at the bottom. But in Junior's case, I would definitely bring that to the top, and he should be proud and really show off the fact that he graduated from USC. Now, my next question for Junior is that by looking at this resume, I don't really know what he's applying for. Junior has experience across the board, as you can see in the different parts of the resume. What is Junior applying for? So my advice for Junior is to just have a more focused resume. And I think the way to do that is print out the internship or job listing, go through it with a highlighter, and really see what they're looking for and tailor your resume so that it has a certain theme to it. Again, Junior's resume has a lot of stuff, but it's not really making me think he's great for one position or another. So I'd like to see Junior read the internship listing, then go back and really tailor this to the position that he's applying for. So let's review. We have number 1, remove the skills section if you're not saying anything groundbreaking. Number 2, show campus leadership experience. Number 3, push your education to the top if you feel like it should be there. And number 4, make sure that your resume is tailored and relevant for the position that you're applying for. All right, so let's get through the rest of these resume hacks. Another piece of advice that I have for Junior is to read my internship book. All work, no pay, people, okay? This came out years ago. It is extremely cheap. You can get it here, we'll link it below, or on Amazon, or at your local Barnes & Noble or bookstore. This is a great tool, and it has resume templates and advice in here, and really a tool that will help you build a resume. So if you don't have All Work, No Pay, and I can tell by Junior's resume, he hasn't read it, get your hands on it. All right, my next hack for Junior is on his formatting. Some of his fonts that he uses here are a little bit too harsh. I think he needs to soften them up a little bit. I see like 5 different fonts on this resume, so I want Junior to go back and maybe choose 2 fonts that he's gonna work with and utilize them throughout the entire resume. It's okay if the font size is bigger in certain places, but you don't want a mishmash of fonts everywhere. The next resume hack that I have for Junior is he has all these bullet points on here that have no words next to them. First of all, decide how many bullet points you're gonna have under each category. I think 3 is fine. And then what is this random stuff here, Junior? You gotta take this out, okay? These are bullet points with no words next to them. It doesn't matter. Let's get rid of those. Junior has an objective on his resume. I looked at it for a while and then I decided that similar to the skills section, his objective wasn't saying anything. Unless you're applying for a position where that company has 5 different positions and you have to really specify what you're applying for, why include the objective? Again, it's just taking up space, and I'd rather you talk about previous internships, relevant coursework, volunteer work, or of course, relevant campus leadership experience. So I've gone through 9 resume hacks here that I think are really gonna help you. So I encourage all of you to take out your resume this weekend, make the time to go through it, make these corrections, and give your resume a facelift. It needs it, we need it, employers need it. So let's make sure that all of you, promise you guys, let's make sure that all of you update those resumes and get them out to your dream companies ASAP. Good luck.